Row number 3 on the inside, making his US 30 Speedway debut, the 47 of Andy Claiborne. On his outside, the 20V, Reese Vaught. And riding shotgun on the field, it will be the 35 of Robert Osborne. 7 cars, 8 laps the distance. Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1 for the Malvern Banks Super Late Model Series. Let's get the Stars and Stripes shootout started right with the Supers here in Columbus. Let's get to it. All systems go for Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1 off of turn number 2. Corey Zeiner going to break away to the early race lead. Nick Deal trying to get a good run off the top shelf. He pulls up beside Brian Kaziski as they enter turn 3. Reese Vaught with a good head of steam entering 3, but he goes way up high off of turn number 4. Opening lap going to go to Corey Zeiner. Tad Pospischel in that second spot. Nick Deal was currently scored 3rd at the line. Brian Kaziski back in 4th. Reese Vaught able to hold off Robert Osborne for that 5th position as they go off the backstretch through 3 and 4. Field now a little bit more single file this time around. Corey Zeiner continues to show the way. Zeiner, that Longhorn chassis powered by a Shepherd Racing engine, the Shepherd engine development sponsor, number 19. Looking good. Still looking for that first Malvern Banks Series win for this new team. Tad Pospischel in that second spot, the Black Diamond number 04 machine. Currently second on the all-time win list after last Saturday night out of the Junction Motor Speedway, scored his 15th career series win. And now looking for more, currently running second. Nick Deal trying to hunt him down. Deal coming off a 5th place finish last Saturday out at McCool Junction. Deal now starts to set his sights on the 04 of Pospischel. That's for the second spot. Top 14 in passing points move on to the A main event. Corey Zeiner continues to show the way. He's led the whole race so far as we continue to wind down the laps. Tad Pospischel is second. Nick Deal is 3rd. Brian Kaziski 4th. Reese Vaught 5th. Robert Osborne in that 6th spot. And 7th is Andy Claiborne. 2 sticks are up. 2 laps to go this time from starter Billy Lloyd. Corey Zeiner looking to lock in that first heat race win and hopefully get him a good starting spot in tonight's main event. Nick Deal trying to run down Tad Pospischel. Of course, Nick Deal, his last win came, I believe, out at the Off-Road Speedway in Northport, Nebraska. That was his first ever visit to that track. So could we see another first visit, first win for the real deal as the white flag comes out? Through 3 and 4 now for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly. Race fans off at turn number 4. Corey Zeiner will go wire to wire to win Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1. Tad Pospischel is second. 3rd goes to Nick Deal. Brian Kaziski is 4th. Reese Vaught, your top 5. Then it's Robert Osborne in 6th. And Andy Claiborne will finish out the field in 7th. So give it up for race fans, your winner of Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1 from Bellevue, Nebraska in the Alexander Lawn & Landscape, Hopshide Henry Motors, Zeiner & Sons Transport, Shepherd Engine Development, number 19. Let him hear you, Corey Zeiner. Jim Johnson, multiple A-feature wins in the weekly late model division, still looking for his first Malvern Banks Series win here at US 30. Picked up his first and so far only series win out at Albion about 3 years back. Here we go, off of 4, green flags in the air. Kaiser Manufacturing Heat Race number 2 is underway. Off the top shelf, Paul Conrad takes the lead. 3 wide there for a moment. Kyle Burke threads the needle between Albert Sack and Andrew Kaziski. Burke going for the Holy Grail off of turn number 4 at the line. Conrad will take the opening circuit. Burke right on the low side as they enter turn 1. Kaziski right through the middle as they go through 1 and 2 this time. Off of turn number 2, new leader Kyle Burke shows the way entering 3. Burke, the all-time leader, feature wins with the Malvern Banks Super Late Model Series, has 3 of them in his career here at the home of Thursday Night Thunder. Looking to get number 4 of his career here in Columbus, his 2nd on the season, and I believe his 85th win overall. Kyle Burke getting the top shelf on lockdown. The Aurora Cooperative sponsor, number 14, now shows the way. Andrew Kaziski currently shown 2nd. Paul Conrad currently running 3rd. Jason Wallace is 4th. Jim Johnson, your top 5. And it's Ben Sukup running 6th and Albert Sack running 7th. Johnson trying to get that low side worked in. The Johnson Repair sponsored Black Diamond entry. Again, multiple track championships here at US 30 Speedway. 1 Malvern Banks Series win. That came out at the Boone County Raceway back in 2016. Johnson continues to work that low side, trying to get underneath Jason Wallace. That is for the 4th spot, coming off of turn number 4. Wallace has the spot off the exit and at the stripe. Here comes Ben Sukup with a good charge. Suka pitches the car sideways going into 1, avoids contact. So a good 3-car battle going on right there entering turn 3. Wallace, Johnson, and Suka all going at it. 2 laps to go this time. Keep your eyes on him as they enter turn 1. Jason Wallace trying to hold off everyone. We got a spin in turn number 4. Albert Sack is spun out. Kyle Burke jams on the brakes. Sack spins it back around. We stay green as the white flag comes out for Kyle Burke. Little 360 there by Albert Sack, but we keep going into 3 and 4 for the final time. Kyle Burke will come across and win Kaiser Manufacturing Heat Race number 2. Second at the line will be Andrew Kaziski. Third will go to Paul Conrad when he gets here. At the line for the 4th spot, Jason Wallace is going to hang on. Jim Johnson, your top 5. And it's Ben Sukup and Albert Sack to round out the field. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Kaiser Manufacturing Heat Race number 2 out of Marquette, Nebraska in the Aurora Cooperative, Strobel Manufacturing, Missile Chassis, Hertz Welding and Irrigation, Preferred Popcorn, Stephen Buffalo Farms, number 14, Kyle Burke. Row number 3 on the inside from Atlantic, Iowa. That's the 15 of Jason O'Brien. And rounding out the field, last year's Abe Lincoln Memorial winner, the 14 of Chase Osborne. So we'll go with the 6-pack. For Roth Racing Performance Heat Race number 3 for the Malvern Banks Super Late Model Series. Robbie Anderson and Ben Schaller will get this party started off at turn number 4. Green is up. We're underway. Schaller not wasting any time. He'll take the pole shot going into turn number 1. Schaller has the lead off the exit of 2 this time. As Kurt Schroeder works his way around Jason O'Brien to secure the 3rd position entering turn 3. The Barracuda coming around to lead the opening lap. Already half a straightaway between your leader and 2nd place, Robbie Anderson. Kurt Schroeder looking to get that low side dialed in off of turn number 2. Schroeder can't make the pass on Anderson as they go down the back straightaway this time into 3. That's the best race on the track, side by side for a moment. Anderson on the top shelf, able to pull ahead. Anderson, 2nd at the line. Schroeder runs 3rd, but we got a caution. Caution on the Speedway. Schaller will lead the single file line off of turn number 4. Billy Lloyd with green flag in hand. Off of 4, we're back at it. Schroeder quick to drop to the inside. Entering turn number 1, he'll sidestep the 82 of Robbie Anderson for that 2nd spot. Anderson trying to mount the charge back as they enter turn number 3 this time. Here comes Jason O'Brien. O'Brien trying to get the top shelf on lockdown early. But O'Brien, unfortunately, not able to get around Anderson. O'Brien going to dive to the bottom as they enter turn 1. And here goes the O-Show. The 15 gets around the 82 of Anderson. So now the Iowa 15's looking good here. Schroeder running 2nd, O'Brien running 3rd. Those are valuable passing points. Anderson trying to take the spot away. But the O-Show says no to that. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go here in Roth Racing Performance Heat Race number 3. Ben Schaller, your leader. Kurt Schroeder is 2nd. Jason O'Brien 3rd. Robbie Anderson 4th. Chase Osborne running in 5th. And Matt Snowberger runs 6th. And now O'Brien sizing up Schroeder off the exit of 4. Keep your eyes on the Iowa 15s. You got Schroeder out of Newton. O'Brien out of Atlantic. They're about to go toe-to-toe for the runner-up spot as they enter turn number 3. 2 sticks up, 2 to go from Billy Lloyd. 2 more times around the home of Thursday Night Thunder for the Barracuda. Ben Schaller currently sitting 4th in season-long point standings going into the home of Thursday Night Thunder as the white flag comes out. Final time around for Ben Schaller. Down the back straightaway and into 3 for the 8th and final time. Checker flag is going to fly, race fans. Here comes your winner, Ben Schaller, going to go coast to coast to win Heat Race number 3, brought to you by Roth Racing Performance. Kurt Schroeder is 2nd, 3rd goes to Jason. O'Brien may have a problem at the line. Robbie Anderson just might have nipped him. And then it's O'Brien, Chase Osborne, and Matt Snowberger. But your winner, race fans, let him hear you. Coming to us from Omaha, Nebraska, the driver of the Dave's Home Improvement Fleet Mark Solutions, Sutter Family Racing, Heinz Chiropractic Acupuncture, Dirt Shirts USA, number 98. Let him hear you. Your winner is Ben Schaller. Bill Layton Jr., one of our winners from 2016 here at US 30 Speedway, picked up the win here back on June 30th of that year. We'll see if Layton can notch that first win of the year, currently second in the points. Here we go, off of turn number 4. We are green for Koziski Auto Parts Heat Race number 4. Mad dash into turn number 1. The Blue Bandit, Josh Krug, going to take the race lead. Off of 2, Leonard will settle into that second spot. Meanwhile, Bill Layton Jr. goes right to work on the top shelf. Now dives low, entering 3. Trying to make the move on Zeidner for 3rd. Not going to happen. Opening lap goes to Krug. Leonard runs 2nd. Zach Zeidner runs 3rd. Bill Layton Jr. 4th. Brad Perdue, your top 5. And now Layton trying to work that inside line again. Can't quite get it to work. They'll stay on the low side as they enter turn 3. Layton and Zeidner side by side for that 3rd spot. That's the best race on the track. Jack Snowberger a little sideways off the exit of turn number 4. He'll take a detour through the infield. We'll keep going. And now off of turn number 2, Bill Layton Jr. able to sidestep Zeidner. Here comes Zeidner back to the inside. Billy the Kid and the Zach Attack going at it for position number 3, right behind Josh Leonard. Layton now closing in on Leonard for that 2nd spot as they enter turn 1. Bill Layton Jr., that Scott Bailey racing engine between the frame rails of that Black Diamond chassis, looking strong here in heat race number 4, and now trying to chase down Leonard for the 2nd spot. Right now, it's the Black Diamond of Josh Krug showing the way. Josh Leonard hanging on to that 2nd spot. Here comes Layton with another good charge as they enter turn 3. Leonard running 2nd, Layton running 3rd. Slide job, looking for it. No, he's going to try to go high, wide, and around the outside. Layton gets the 2nd spot at the line by half a car length. Next time around, it will be 2 laps to go. Krug has led this whole thing since the drop of the green flag. Layton has now moved into the 2nd spot. Layton starting from the outside of row number 3. This will get him some big-time passing points for this one. If he can continue to run where he is or go even a little further, this will be a good race for Layton. Down the backstretch and into 3. Krug continues to show the way. Layton running 2nd as the white flag flies from starter Billy Lloyd. Who's it going to be next time by? Layton has a good head of steam down the front straightaway. Can he notch the heat race win from Krug? He's going to try on the outside. Krug takes the line away. Entering 3 for the final time. Layton with a big head of steam on the top. Checker flag is going to be at the line. Layton will nip Krug at the line for the win. Krug is 2nd. Josh Leonard is 3rd. Zach Zeidner 4th. Brad Perdue 5th. Next one would be Brandon Lewis in 6th. And Jack Snowberger rounds out the field. So how about that one? He comes from 6th to win it. Here at Koziski Auto Parts Heat Race number 4. Give him a round of applause from La Vista, Nebraska. The Taylor Quick Pick Shell, Duros Dent Works, Swain Construction, Wrightsville Yards, 5-Star Truck Center, Cottonwood Marina, number 24, Bill Layton Jr.
Now that was a drive, Anthony, let me tell you right now. We want to thank our friends.
And be sure to give a like to the Malvern Banks Super Late Model Series Facebook page. Caution lights go out. Malvern Bank Series pace car drops to the infield. We go green this time. Jason Wallace and Reese Vaught. Last chance for one last dance here at the home of Thursday Night Thunder. Let's get to it. Only the top 2 make the big dance, so let's get to it. Off of turn number 2, Jason Wallace is going to have the half car length advantage over Reese Vaught. Vaught with a good head of steam down the back straightaway. He'll pull even with Wallace as they enter 3. Vaught gets that top shelf dialed in. 3 wide for the lead off of turn number 4. Reese Vaught leads lap 1. Jason Wallace and Jim Johnson right there. Still 3 wide as they enter turn 1. Off of 2, Vaught pulls ahead. Jim Johnson, one of the regulars here at US 30 Speedway. Same goes for Robert Osborne. Right now, they're both outside looking in. Johnson looking to change that off of turn number 4. Jason Wallace able to hang on to 2nd as they cross the stripe. Wallace in 2nd. Now here goes Johnson. Big head of steam. Here goes Jim Johnson to the inside. Johnson, a multi-time track champion here at the home of Thursday Night Thunder in the weekly late models, puts the slide job working on Jason Wallace. Johnson goes into that final transfer spot. Jim Johnson now into that 2nd spot with Jason Wallace running 3rd. Robert Osborne 4th. Matt Snowberger running 5th. 6th is Andy Claiborne. Jack Snowberger running 7th. Right now they're all chasing the young man out of Aurora, Nebraska, Reese Vaught. Vaught, I believe, only making his 4th start with the tour this year. Had a pretty decent run last Saturday out at the Junction Motor Speedway. Reese Vaught continues to show the way here at US 30 Speedway. Jim Johnson running in the second spot right now. Jason Wallace running third again. Top two move on to the main event. Reese Vaught, young man who started college last year, at the end of last season. And now we've got trouble in turn number 2. Jack Snowberger has looped it. Spits up some dirt. He'll keep it going. We stay green, but Reese Vaught is going to be quick to put him a lap down here. Everyone stays clean and green as we go through 3 and 4 this time. Reese Vaught continues to show the way, and again Snowberger loses the handle. Snowberger spins it around, and the caution's going to fly. Caution on the Speedway. 2 spins on the same lap, but the second one's going to cause the yellow for Jack Snowberger. Vaught brings the single file line up to speed, and we're back underway. Johnson looks right to the low side as we get back to racing action. Robert Osborne looking to the inside of Jason Wallace for that third spot. Both those guys outside looking in at this point. Osborne looks to the inside. They're side by side coming off of turn number 4 as Vaught takes the white flag. Osborne able to nip Wallace at the line for third. Here goes Johnson inside of Vaught for the race lead in the B feature win. Off of 3 into 3 for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly. Here comes your winner off of turn number 4. Reese Vaught takes the first Predator Custom Trailer Speed feature. Jim Johnson will join him in the main event. And it's Robert Osborne, Jason Wallace, Matt Snowberger, your top 5. Andy Claiborne and Jack Snowberger round out the field. So your top 2 moving on, race fans, the 36 of Jim Johnson. And your winner, let him hear you, from Aurora, Nebraska, in the Todd's Body and Glass, Aurora Insurance, Joyce Agronomics, Paget Business Services, number 20B, Reese Vaught. Then we got Brad Perdue from Iowa, and then we got Lewis and Sack there, both from Colorado. Caution lights go out, pace car drops to the infield. Zach Zeitner, Brad Perdue, row 1. Ben Sukup, Brandon Lewis, row 2. Albert Sack out back in row 3. So the Zach attack and Brad to the bone will get this party started off at turn number 4. We are green in our second Predator Custom Trailers B feature. Brad Perdue not wasting any time, but Zeitner's quick to meet him entering turn number 1. They're side by side down the back straightaway as they enter 3. Perdue takes the upper hand on the entrance. Through 3 and 4. Side by side again off of turn number 4. Brad to the bone. Brad Perdue takes the opening lap. Zach Zeitner settles into that number 2 spot. Ben Sukup running 3rd. Then it's Brandon Lewis and Albert Sack, the Colorado natives, running 4th and 5th. Only 2 of them make the big show tonight. Sukup trying to get high, wide, and handsome off of turn number 4 to close in on the top 2. Here comes the 101. Sukup with a big head of steam down the front straightaway. He's going to enter the battle through 1 and 2 this time. Perdue shows the way. Zeitner second. Sukup looking on the outside. The 101 has got the top shelf dialed in. Here goes Sukup. Sukup right on the backside. He will sidestep Zeitner for that second spot. Ben Sukup now into the second and final transfer spot. He has to come off the top shelf entering turn 1, and that's going to allow Zeitner to close in. Great battle for that final transfer spot between Ben Sukup and Zach Zeitner. Right behind your race leader, Brad Perdue. Sukup with a big run. Can't quite take the lead there at the slot, at the stripe, but he will get it going into turn 1. Zeitner back to the inside. That is for second. What a great battle up front. Sukup, Perdue, Zeitner putting on a clinic here in Predator Custom Trailers B feature number 2. If this is a precursor for the main event, we might have the Race of the Year nominee right here. Zeitner looking to the inside with 2 to go, this time at the line. Sukup your leader. The battle for second rages on between Zeitner and Perdue, the front row starters. Then it's Brandon Lewis running in that 4th spot. Albert Sack running 5th. Perdue with a good head of steam on the exit of turn number 2. Pulls ahead of Zeitner as they enter 3. Now Perdue drops to the inside. Zeitner a little sideways through 3 and 4. White flag in the air as we got a spin in turn 2. That's Albert Sack, and the caution's going to come out. Caution comes out on the final lap for Albert Sack, spinning out at the bottom of turn 2. So this one's not over yet. To make the big show, Ben Sukup your leader, Brad Perdue second, Zach Zeitner third, Brandon Lewis 4th, Albert Sack rounding out your running order. Last chance for one last dance here in Columbus. We're back to green. Sukup thought better of it. He dropped to the low side to block the line from Perdue and now goes back to the top shelf through 1 and 2. Sukup will have the race lead down the back straightaway and into 3. Purdue stays low entering. Purdue slides up the track. That's going to allow the bottom open. Oh, the Colorado boys go around Brandon Lewis and Albert Sack. Lewis spins to the infield. Sack keeps going. Down the back straightaway and into 3 for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly. And off of turn number 4, Ben Sukup will punch his ticket into the main event. At the line for second, Brad Purdue hangs on. Zach Zeitner is third. Fourth will be Albert Sack, and Brandon Lewis will round out the field. So race fans, your top 2 moving on. The 25 of Brad Purdue. And your winner, race fans, let them hear you. Out of Norfolk, Nebraska, the driver of the Southside Salvage, Quality Siding and Roofing, Power Sports Nation, Sapp Brothers of Norfolk, number 101, Ben Sukup.
He's fine.
Here we go. 20 cars, race fans, 25 laps, $2,000 to the winner.
25 laps of racing action, Malvern Bank Super Late Model Racing Series. Let's give it a big hoorah!
All righty, Kurt Schroeder and Andrew Koziski on the front row. 9th ever visit to the US 30 Speedway for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series. Off at turn number 4. Green flag is up and our Stars and Stripes shootout main event is underway. Into turn 1 through 1 and 2 the first time around. Kurt Schroeder is going to take the early race lead. Corey Zeitner and Andrew Koziski side by side for that second spot. Nearly 3 wide as they enter turn 3. Zeitner with a good run off the bottom of turn number 4. They're side by side. Lap number 1 goes to Kurt Schroeder. Kurt Schroeder will lead his first ever feature lap for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series. Meanwhile, Corey Zeitner and Andrew Koziski side by side for that second spot. Ben Schaller currently running 4th. Kyle Burke runs 5th. And now 3 wide there with Bill Layton Jr. That's the battle for the 4th position. Schaller has it off the line. Lap 2 will go to Kurt Schroeder as Corey Zeitner continues to work that inside line. Tad Pospischel now with a good run to the inside. Pospischel gets the 2-for-1 special off at turn number 2 as he sidesteps Kyle Burke and Bill Layton Jr. Tad Pospischel looking to make it 2 wins in a row on the Malvern Bank Tour. One last Saturday night out of McCool Junction. And now looking to win one here in Columbus. Tad Pospischel already a winner here at US 30 Speedway on the Malvern Bank Tour, so looking for his second career series win at US 30. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Drag race to the line. Give it to Schroeder, that time at the flag stand. Corey Zeitner not giving up on the bottom and off at turn number 2. Zeitner's going to poke out in front. You've got a new leader. Corey Zeitner now shows the way here at US 30 Speedway. Zeitner takes the lead with 20 laps to go here. Andrew Koziski not giving up that charge as the field goes into turn number 1. Koziski to the inside of Schroeder. That's for the second spot. AK now up to the runner-up position. Corey Zeitner looking to get his first win on the Malvern Bank Series Tour. Already has a win in weekly Super Late Model competition out at I-80 Speedway. And now Zeitner looking to set his sights on his first feature win. Came off a 3rd place finish out at the Stewart International Speedway last month. That was our last short track visit. Zeitner, I believe, looking to become the 6th different winner in 9 races here at the US 30 Speedway. Ben Schaller, Bill Layton Jr., Tad Pospischel, Kyle Burke, and Brian Koziski all have a feature win here at US 30. Corey Zeitner looking to add his name to that list. Andrew Koziski also trying to add his name. We've been clean and green so far through 8 laps. Kurt Schroeder having a great run here, started on the point, looking for his career best finish with the series. He currently runs 3rd. Ben Schaller running in that 4th spot. Tad Pospischel rounds out your top 5. Kyle Burke, Bill Layton Jr. running 6th and 7th, and it's Josh Krug, Josh Leonard, 8th and 9th, and Jason O'Brien right now rounds out the top 10. Nick Deal outside the top 10 in 11th. That is your points leader. So Nick Deal having quite a bit of work to do as the field continues to storm around US 30 Speedway. Your race leader, Corey Zeitner, continues to show the way, about to enter lap traffic. First car to go a lap down will be the 47th of Andy Claiborne. Zeitner drifts up the track, going through 3 and 4 this time around to close in on the lap car. Andrew Koziski about a straightaway back in 2nd. Zeitner now enters lap traffic. Koziski right on the low side. Meanwhile, a battle for 3rd starting to shape up. Here comes Ben Schaller to the inside of Kurt Schroeder. Schroeder able to fend off Schaller through 1 and 2 that time. And meanwhile, the Barracuda continuing to dig on the inside line as Corey Zeitner enters even heavier lap traffic. Robbie Anderson and Paul Conrad, the next two back markers to get around by the 19. Andrew Kosiski now to the inside of lap traffic as well. So the 53 hot on the charge for the 19. Good battle there between Kyle Berg and Bill Layton Jr. That is for position number 6 on the racetrack. Layton works that inside line. Kyle Berg right on his outside lane. Layton and Berg currently second and third in the standings right now. They would gain some serious ground on Nick Deal. Nick Deal, I believe, currently back there in the 11th position. Meanwhile, Berg able to sidestep Layton for that 6th spot. Kyle Berg now up to 6th. Bill Layton Jr. now back to 7th. Josh Krug remains 8th. Josh Leonard 9th. Jason O'Brien 10th. But they're still all Jason, the number 19 of Corey Zeitner. A Longhorn chassis powered by a Shepherd racing engine in that number 19 machine. Now about to lap Zach Zeitner. Ben Schaller not giving up on that bottom, trying to close in on Kurt Schroeder. That's the battle for that 3rd spot as they go into turn 3. Andrew Kosiski, he found a bit of speed off the top of turn number 4, and here comes AK. Andrew Kosiski now right on the backside of Zeitner. Battle for the lead starting to shape up as they enter turn 3. Lap traffic ahead. How does Zeitner navigate? How is Zeitner going to get his way through this one? 8 laps to go here at US 30 Speedway, so the clock is winding down. Zeitner, your leader, looking to the outside of Zach Zeitner. That is lap traffic. Andrew Kosiski's got the bottom open. Does he have enough to make a pass? No. Zeitner maintains the lead. Kosiski hot on his tail. And Corey Zeitner getting around the younger Zeitner with Zach. Corey Zeitner shows the way he took the lead on lap 6, and he has not looked back. Next car to go a lap down will be the 25 of Brad Perdue. Andrew Kosiski back there in that 2nd spot. Kurt Schroeder able to maintain for 3rd. This will be a career best finish for the 15C out of Newton, Iowa. Kurt joined us at the beginning of the year, and he has been on the tour full time. And now Ben Schaller back there in that 4th spot. Tad Pospisil able to hang on to that 5th spot. Meanwhile, the battle for 6 between Bill Layton Jr. and Kyle Berg has heated back up. Berg and Layton side by side into lap traffic. The Marquette missile has it over Billy the Kid at the line. But right now, Corey Zeitner. Oh, we got trouble. That's Andy Claiborne going around. Caution's out. Caution on the Speedway with 4 laps to go, and we are under yellow for the first time. With Ben Schaller and Jason O'Brien for 5th on the all-time win list. Zeitner looking to get his 6th career win with the series and his 1st of 2019. Here we go. 5 laps to go for the Stars and Stripes shootout here at US 30. Let's get back to it. Ben Schaller right to the inside as Schroeder slips out of line. It looks like Andy Claiborne has dropped it into the infield. A tough break there for the Kansas native. Schaller now moves into the 3rd spot as Schroeder slips back to 4th. Pospisil remains in that 5th position. Does anyone have anything for Corey Zeitner? Now the lead starting to grow between himself and Andrew Kosiski. Now Tad Pospisil with a good run to the inside of Schroeder. That's for 4th as they enter 3. Pospisil right to the inside, side by side with Schroeder as they come off of turn number 4. Schroeder maintains the spot at the stripe. 3 to go. Still, this would be a career best finish for the Newton, Iowa driver, Kurt Schroeder. Tad Pospisil right back there in that 5th spot. This would actually be Schroeder's 1st career top 5 finish with the series. 2 laps to go for Corey Zeitner. Andrew Kosiski back in that 2nd spot as the field continues to wind its way around US 30 Speedway. This time, Billy Lloyd's white flag is going to fly. 1/3 of a mile to go for Bellevue, Nebraska's Corey Zeitner. He will go down the back straightaway for the final time. And looks like going through 3 and 4, he will take sole possession of 5th on the all-time win list. How about it off at turn number 4? Corey Zeitner will win the Stars and Stripes shootout here at US 30 Speedway. Andrew Kosiski is 2nd, Ben Schaller is 3rd, Kurt Schroeder, career best 4th, Tad Pospisil your top 5. Then it's Kyle Berg in 6th, Bill Layton Jr. 7th, Josh Leonard 8th, we've Ben Sukup 9th. And Josh Krug rounding out your top 10. But how about it, race fans? Give it up for him, your winner from Bellevue, Nebraska, car number 19, Corey Zeitner. So Corey and his family down here. His 3 daughters down here in Victory Lane. And man, oh man, he had to fight for this one. Well, Corey, only 1 caution, but nonetheless, as if the heat wasn't enough to deal with, this was quite a racetrack to run on, but man, oh man, you had the bottom on lockdown. Take us through that one.
Yeah, that heat race with Tad on the outside, and you never know with him. He's always really good, and we got the jump on him and got that win, and then able to have a good starting spot, and I think it was a matter of time. He's going to clean up and lock down, and just once we got to the lead, it was just protect that bottom. And I don't know how close Andrew was, and I don't know if them lap cars were holding me up that bad or what, but it all worked out.
Let's say navigating lap traffic was the probably the deciding factor there for the most part of this race up until the 5 to go mark. I mean, what was it like trying to get around the lap traffic on a track like this?
I've lost so many races, tracks like these. You overdrive it and you get off the bottom, and I just told myself to slow up and just, if I have to, follow them. And I got a little impatient. I was able to roll Zach on the outside. The rubber was a little higher coming off of 4, so you could kind of make that work, and it all worked out.
Oh man, and you hung on to the last lap. I know last year you kind of had a race get away from you on the final corner, and hopefully this Saturday you'll get a chance to redeem yourself, because we head out to that racetrack this Saturday over at Adams County.
Yeah, this Longhorn's pretty good. We won a few weeks ago at I-80, and for some dumb reason I changed a bunch of stuff, and we got back to where we were, and it's just as good as it was. And just got to thank all my sponsors.
You got them all, right?
Yeah. Alexander Lawn's my brother-in-law. He's in the hospital right now. He got in a bad mower accident, and this one's for him for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, excellent job tonight, and we'll see you in a couple days down at Corning.
Thank you.
How about your winner here at the Stars and Stripes Shootout for the Malvern Bank Series out of Nebraska? Let him hear you. Car number 19, Corey Zeitner.